Hi, I'm Abby, and I'm going to show you guys how to use Purdue OWL to make a bibliography or works cited. So we're going to go to Google and type in Purdue OWL. Okay, got it up. First source, Purdue OWL, the Purdue University Online Writing Lab. This is what the site looks like. And for an MLA works cited, we're going to go over to Research and Citation, because you're citing your sources for a paper or project. And we'll go to MLA, since that's what you're usually going to use. Some professors or teachers might require APA, but I'm going to show you MLA. And APA, the process is the same. You would just go to that. So then we're going to go to MLA Formatting and Style Guide. Okay. Now this is really useful, especially since MLA changes so often. It actually just changed this year to MLA 8. They just update it. The most recent version is pretty different. So the most common sources you're probably going to use for a project or paper are books and websites. So those are the ones I'm going to demonstrate today. So we're going to go over here to the left sidebar and go to MLA Works Cited page Books. Okay. This is all the information you're going to need to know about citing a book. So we'll go to the basic book format, which requires you to cite your book. You need the last name of the author, the first name, separated by a comma, and then you're going to have put the title of the book in italics, the publisher, and then a comma and the publication date. And you're really going to want to pay attention to where these commas and periods are because they're important to making sure your citation is correct. And all this information can either be found usually on the cover or within the first few pages of the book. If you ever wouldn't be able to find something, you just don't put it in. But for books especially, it's gonna be there. Except in rare cases. And then down here you can see, with a book with one author, it's just up here with basic book format. Books with more than one author, 2 or more books with the same author. So you can just find, there's books with no author. You can just scroll and try to find whatever applies to your book, which the majority of the time is just going to be basic book format. Okay, so that's how you would do all books. Then for websites, we'll go over to MLA Works Cited electronic sources. And these are for web publications, which would be websites. So to find how to cite it, we'll go down here. This would be if you're citing the entire website, which most of the time you'd be citing a page because you probably got information right from that page. But if you need the entire site, maybe you're doing a project on how to make bibliographies and you want to use a bunch of information from Purdue OWL and you're citing Purdue OWL, this is how you do it. You just put the Purdue OWL as the family of sites, all of them. And then it's the writing lab, the year, and you put the URL, and then you put the date that you accessed it in this format. But usually you'd be citing a page. So in that case, if you don't have the author's name, you're gonna put the title of the article, the website name, followed by a comma, and the date you accessed it. Then the entire URL, which is new because on the old MLA they did not do the entire URL, but now they do on the new. Then we're gonna, if you have a page on a website that you do have the author, you would put the author's name first, obviously last name, then first name. Then you would put all the information we did up here, which is the title of the article, website, and then the entire URL, and the date you accessed it. And once again, pay attention to the periods and the commas because they're important. And I also want to point out now, you see how this part is actually indented? When you're doing your bibliography, you always want to have a hanging indent when you're doing the formatting. So this would be out more, and this is in right here. So to do that, you can usually just hit the tab button right here. Sometimes you have to do enter tab, but you just want that to be in so that all that sticks out is the first part of your citation. And when you have all your sources cited, so all of your books, all your websites, if you have other things, you can go to, there's periodicals over here, other common sources you could check out, maybe you did an interview with someone, or you listen to a speech and you want to cite something from the speech, because obviously that's not a physical thing, but you want to give the person credit for saying it. You can also say paintings, songs, pretty much anything you can think of, it's going to be on here for you to cite. Okay, so once you have all your cites, you can obviously do this in any order that you prefer, but you want to have all of your things listed, and then you make sure that they're in alphabetical order by the first word in each citation. And the formatting for Works Cited, just general formatting, it's its own page. You put Bibliography or Works Cited on the top, and then you put all of your sources in alphabetical order. And as long as you just double check everything's correct, I would obviously go over it again, make sure everything's right, but then you're all finished and you've got your sources all cited and you're good. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you know how to make a bibliography now.